We, the Black Delegation, would like to trade both for Loki and Renslayer for Sylvie. You got yourself a deal. The Black Delegation also requests Mobius. Now hold on just a goddamn minute, Rondell.
All right, here we are, everybody. We are here at the Academy, and we're ready to talk about the penultimate, that means next to last, episode of Loki. Loki episode 5 has dropped, and with it, many, many bombshells and many, many Easter eggs have been dropped.
Those Easter eggs being bombshells.
Man, big ones.
Those aren't the only bombshells, though.
Big ones. I mean, and he is totally right. That's not it. So much to discuss, and so much still that we don't yet know on yet again another mind-bending, time-warping episode of Loki. So, with all of that being said, like, follow, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it here at the Academy, shall we?
Mm-hmm. So, when we open, we see Loki wake up, similar to his shot in Avengers, where he was about to be apprehended. Basically, we pick up right where we left off at the last episode in the post-credit scene, with Loki seeing the Loki variants, Kid Loki, Boastful Loki, Classic Loki. And they start to trot off, and then we immediately flash over to the TVA, where we left off with Sylvie and Renslayer. And if I was Sylvie, I'd be pissed off. I never, ever once in this past 5 weeks trusted Renslayer, and I still don't. She been lying. She stayed lying. She lied again. She said, what'd she say us? She said, she said that Loki's not dead.
Yep.
He's in the void.
Yep. All we basically, again, seen from these interactions is that Renslayer is not to be trusted, and that she is all in on the TVA all the way, even if she doesn't know everything. And that's one thing I think that became clear, is that Renslayer might have some power, but she doesn't know everything.
She might not know everything, but I still don't trust her. I don't know if she doesn't know everything, because I don't know, She could be like, True. I'm being played by Gugu and Bakmi Raw. And I'd be like, I can't trust you.
Who knows what can and can't be trusted.
Speaking of
from
trust.
Renslayer.
So Renslayer lied. But we also watch Miss Minutes lie.
We sure did. Miss Minutes was lying.
She said, what about the Void spacecraft?
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Is that what it's called?
The Void spacecraft. What about that?
What Renslayer say? Oh, you mean the prototype?
The prototype? Man.
Okay.
The whole time. You already saw Sylvie's expression the whole time. She like, oh, for real? Okay, then.
Yeah, so they have their little standoff after, everybody been knowing she lying. Can't lie to a Loki like that. And then we get to Loki, and we see the actual void. We see a lot of different things there. We get a little bit of lore established. The first thing we see is Alioth.
And, I'll be honest, Alioth is not anything that I thought I would see pop up in Loki, but it was definitely epic the way it came across on the screen.
Looking quite comic accurate.
Yeah, very cool vibe. Something different. We haven't.
Have we seen Alioth in anything else, like a cartoon or a video game?
I'm pretty sure this is like the first time that Alioth has appeared.
Good job, Alioth. Get your paper, man.
Yeah, good job. Make sure you put food on the table for your family and whatnot, Alioth.
Yes, sir.
So basically, our Loki's meeting up with the other Lokis and kind of finding out that like the name of the game where they are is just surviving and not having to deal with that Alioth. Mm-hmm. That's what they've been doing now.
Because the way Alioth is a cloud and pure smoke, and it's like a personified dragon smoke, and no one wants any of it. And so Alioth itself is sort of an Easter egg, but Alioth appears as more of a character. But these Easter eggs, y'all, in the void, because the void can be anything from anywhere dropping into this place. So these Easter eggs are insane. We're going to start off with, what's the first one, Caleb?
Thanos copter, Thanos copter. It's here. It's real. As ridiculous as it is, as much as maybe you thought you'd never see it.
Canon.
Thanos copter, you saw it. It's real. It's out there.
Canon.
And I'm here for it. Also, in the depths of the rubble, Throg.
Are you playing with me?
They came through with the Throg. That's one of the biggest teases they could have done, man. Man, it really was. Throg is trapped in some jar right next to a hammer.
Right next to Mjolnir.
Right next to it.
A way more authentic Mjolnir than boastful Loki.
About that boastful Loki situation. We kind of see Loki get to spend some time knowing these other variants and all their various similarities and their differences.
Yeah.
And we come to find out that while maybe last week we had hoped that we were seeing a worthy Loki, that was not the case.
Boastful Loki is not worthy.
Boastful Loki stays out here lying. He has major cap problems. That's all he's really on. He's basically like Soldier Boy. He's just saying whatever comes to mind. Croaky called him out on it.
Okay, I say it's alligator Loki, but yeah.
Look, we got to take a moment to talk about Kid Loki real quick. All you need to know is Kid Loki ain't the one. At all. They said, what'd you do to get in here, bruh? And Kid Loki said, I faded a Thor.
Without a thought, I killed Thor.
Hey, he gone now. Hey.
If anything that's not an Infinity Stone, it's gonna make a Nexus event.
Right, they had to come get him quick. Come with us, please. Come with us, please.
Sir, now I see why they be looking for kids.
Sir, after that, we have to take all of them very seriously. After that, did you see that? Not pretty, man. Kid Loki is not the one. I was all about that.
What did classic Loki say? This is his domain.
He did. They put some respect on him. Nobody was treating Kid Loki like a kid, I'll tell you that. So basically, we're sitting here with all the Lokis, and our Loki is trying to figure out a way to escape, which is very interesting. I thought that we saw this kind of middle struggle of one Loki trying to escape versus Sylvie, who we last left off. Sylvie's dealing with Renslayer and the TVA Miss Minutes, basically getting stalled out on this program that don't exist. And basically her back is forced into a corner. She's outnumbered because the guards come through, and she self-prunes. I'll be honest, I was not expecting that. That was a little dramatic, not gonna lie.
It's pretty hardcore.
A self-prune. Why the TVA SWAT team looked super confused. They were like, what that about? They were like, that's the thing? Like, Aiden, I thought we were supposed to do that.
Seems like the communication is very poor.
Very poor
at
communication.
The time variance authority. So when we get back, wait, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, so yeah, but just appreciated kind of seeing that weird difference of one Loki really spend his time trying to figure out how to get out of the void versus Sylvie, who after all the dealings with the TVA kind of concludes that she needs to go into the void to find the answer.
Without fear.
She's
the realest thug of them all. I'm telling you that she's the greatest Loki. Now I understand what they were talking about, the greater and the lesser Lokis.
Yeah, we see there are levels to this, and Sylvie is up here at the tippy top, seemingly.
It's levels to this Loki.
Moving back into the Loki gang.
Okay, so we see Loki get adamant about his escape, and on his way out, he meets President Loki and his gang of Lokis, which runs much deeper than our ragtag team of Lokis that we just got introduced to all of a sudden.
True, he had a lot more Lokis.
It's like 30 Lokis out here. 2 of them look the same. Apparently, none of them had ever seen a female one except for our Loki. Loki.
Yeah. Which is kind of interesting, but it is what it is.
I guess he might be the Lokiest Loki, but it might be Sylvie though. I guess he got forced back down in there, or else he just didn't want any smoke because he was tired, and then just back down. Because when we flashed back over there, they were just already in there.
Right. Yeah. Now we're just. It seemed like we're going to have a good conversation, A good conversation. President Loki trying to reason with the people, but then come to find out, boastful Loki just wanted to be trifling.
This ain't the most low down. I knew something was up when everybody was like, we said it last week. We were just jumping on a little bit of bandwagon because every channel said, oh man, it's a version of Mjolnir. But I'm looking at it and it looks like a wrench stuck into something. It looks like a wrench stuck into a piece of railroad track to me. And I'm like, I don't think that's Mjolnir. I don't think that's been enchanted by Odin. And I don't think that
It's like it looks spray painted. I ain't gonna lie, but that's neither here nor there.
it looks like, could he have made it out of some things that were in the void? Because the way
forged in the void.
Yeah, because the way I thought about it first was he comes with that hammer. He's like some kind of different Loki. He just comes with that hammer because Loki like is Asgardian. But nah, fool, nah, he made that in there. That's like a shank.
That's like a shank. That's like a shank. Y'all let us know what you think. Did my man boastful Loki? Did he have it on him when he got there, or did he have to craft it? Now that he was there on the inside,
no,
let us know.
He made that in there. And no, okay, so because of his hoe ass,
fight break out.
Well, not yet because he had made a deal with President Loki's hoe ass, and President Loki's hoe ass was about to hoe him, and so that's why the fight broke out. Because all these Lokis can't get it together. Now we see why they stuck there real quick.
Trifling.
All right.
Trifling.
They're real low down. All of them trifling. Just ready. They turned on him. And I don't know if since they turned on him, were they going to turn on each other? Like, who planned that among them and what was going to happen?
I don't know, man. At this point, I kind of, in my mind, just imagine that Jet Li's the one. And they're just like, and they're just like fighting at that point to be the last Loki left. Or
so, with that being said,
fire movie, by the way.
Classic Loki grabbed Kid Loki and our Loki and Alligator Loki and said, hey, yo, we finna exit stage left. While they do all this,
we out.
We gonna holler at them. I guess we gonna go on with your plan then, Loki.
Yeah.
We forgot. I said Sylvie was the realest Loki, but Alligator Loki wasn't having it with either Boastful Loki or President Loki. Yeah. He got up in Boastful Loki's face, and he clean bit President Loki's hand off.
Hand smooth off.
So he is with the smoke
apologies.
Real fast.
Yeah, apologies for almost forgetting that, Croaky, but we didn't forget about you.
Yeah.
Because you real.
Yeah, you need your props, dude.
Plainly and clearly.
Mm-hmm. Because he said, what is that thing? He's like, I'm a Loki, bro. You know who are you talking to like that?
I might have got pruned, but I ain't getting disrespected. You saw what it was, bro. The Lokis that have a little act right, they dip. And after they dip, you kind of see a very kind of key moment, I would say, on Loki lore and Loki psychology. When you have Kid Loki kind of complaining, they're all kind of upset about the situation where it just happened with other Lokis because obviously I think these were the ones that wanted to band together to try to be something bigger to find a way out. And it didn't work until you see Kid Loki go into this kind of philosophy almost of Loki's, by complaining that, anytime you see a Loki do something other than they all did, other than be trifling and be mischievous, anytime they step out of those bounds, that Loki's always cut down. Mm-hmm. And that has really been, I think, basically one of the core themes of the whole show. If you really think about it, is this sort of central notion of, can a Loki change?
A lot of foreshadowing there. It had been a thing for a while. I feel like that, what Caleb was talking about, as along with a bunch of tumbleweed and Rolling Stone gathering moss type situation of a lot of foreshadowing to what we're going to see, because they're going to have to drop the ball on us in episode 6. I feel like episode 6 of Loki is going to be wilder than episode 9 of WandaVision. I really do.
Strong prediction there.
There's too many self-contained plot lines that need to be wrapped up. Whereas WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier had a scope on the broader MCU as we know it, whereas Loki is so multiversal and in so many different locations that we haven't. We had never seen the TVA. We had yet to see Lamentus. We had never seen the Void.
That's true. That's even the other Easter eggs that we didn't even mention earlier.
Actually, yes, which is important because we're going to have to move into that part of the discussion for the episode is when they get back out and we see some more walking around. We notice a giant version of Yellow Jacket's helmet, which to me screams quantum realm involvement with this whole time travel narrative in this show. We haven't had any science or magic being explained about how magic don't work at the TVA and how they're able to do so much. So I'm like, there's got to be some quantum realm juice going on in here, man. We see them 3 giant statues, as you said.
Living Tribunal. I feel like if you kind of look at those statues in that setup, and then hey, you know what to do. We're probably maybe going to show the nice graphic, but if not, you can look at Google, look at the Living Tribunal. It kind of definitely looks like the Living Tribunal, and that is a very big deal because that's a powerful being that was in the comics connected to and overseeing like how time is moving and flowing, and so the fact that we might see something like that at the Living Tribunal there could be a signal that their place has been overtaken by someone else, i.e. for what we're talking about, probably Kang.
They showed the Avengers Tower at the end of the last episode, which made me think that the Void was a post-apocalyptic New York. But we found out really quickly that's not the case, and that just everything winds up there.
Yep.
And that version of Avengers Tower says King on it, Queng, and we also know that as another version of Kang the Conqueror via Nathaniel Richards.
That's what it is. Jonathan Majors is coming, and you know what? He's got plenty of time to do so now because Lovecraft Season 2 got canceled, but we're not going to talk about that fully yet. Another video, but no, we know.
Yeah.
Just know that we know.
We know.
So the scouting mission is happening. Loki's trying to devise his plan of how they're going to take down Alioth, and then we see Mobius and Sylvie pop up. We see earlier in the show, Sylvie kind of had to take a mad dash away from Alioth when she wakes up in the void, and she gets bailed out by our boy Mobius. He's still out here. He's still running in the streets. And more importantly, my dude pulled up in the Pizza Planet whip.
Mm-hmm. That's Skinny's Pizza, but we all know better.
We don't know.
Here at the Academy.
We all know better. And y'all know deep down in your heart, it's Pizza Planet.
It's the Pizza Planet.
He bailed out Sylvie, and they're riding up together. And they appear now to the other Lokis.
Mm-hmm.
And in a matter of minutes, Sylvie again explains why she's been as successful as she has with all of her plans by quickly shooting down our Loki's plans to kill Alioth, and instead suggests that they're going to enchant it.
Mm-hmm. And enchant it they do. We see a dope scene of them joining forces and enchanting Alioth.
Yep.
And as they're doing that, classic Loki conjures an entire Asgard projection.
Right. A massive Asgard projection.
Yes.
Like super big, super big flex. That ranks very high on the feetometer, if you know what I mean.
Because that's like in Lamentus episode 3 when Loki did the don't
the
follow
building?
me, don't follow me. Yeah.
Yeah. Not today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit the not today. Yeah, it was one of those big flexes. I mean, honestly, it was a very interesting scene. You initially see Loki trying to run distraction, and that wasn't enough before he got bailed out by classic. The sword from Kid Loki, the passed down enchanted Asgardian sword. And ultimately, with the sacrifice of classic Loki and that distraction, assuming you think classic Loki died, I don't know, man. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
We've seen Lokis die before.
Lokis love the fake of death, man.
Even the last time we saw Loki die, our Loki die, what happened? He woke up in the next episode.
He did. He did. He didn't stay dead for long at all. Lokis are very difficult beings to really, truly kill.
In Enchantment, we see this place, one of the few scenes left in the trailer that we haven't seen on this place beyond the void. We see a sort of citadel, a castle, if you will. We theorize that it's Kang's lair, his city.
Yep.
But I don't theory crafted here just a little bit. I think that we're still dealing with another Loki. I think that it's classic Loki. I think he had a little bit more code and language than he should have had. He was talking about in his backstory how, he was way more low down than our Loki and hid as a piece of inanimate debris and let Thanos
super slick with it.
Yeah, and then he floated to some planet and just was living there for forever. And the second that he decided to come off the planet, the TVA arrived. So you mean to tell me you were there? That Loki was there the entire time. They found all these other Lokis, and this Loki was just on some planet the entire time. And then he decided to leave, and then they came and got him.
Yeah.
Now he called the other Loki a lie.
Yeah, I mean, again, he could be gone, but also you never know about a Loki.
We know Loki didn't be lying.
So we're gonna have to wait and see, as difficult as that is, because that really where the end of the episode wrapped up. Episode 5.
And Richard E. Grant, I do my research, bro. I saw that them other 2 Lokis was only in 2 episodes, but you were in 3.
Hey,
bruh,
we're paying attention. So we're waiting to see how that's gonna shake down. I don't know. I mean, I feel like episode 5 did really well. I mean, they even gave you the legit, the little heartfelt moments. I mean, you had the Lokis having the blanket share. Oh, that's so nice. Sharing blanket, whatever. Also, more importantly, the bro reunion that was Loki and Mobius. Great stuff. Homies.
Let's not forget that Mobius said he was going back to...
He said, I'm going to burn it down.
And the way he said that is the way that he says everything else. And it seems sincere. It seems like how he liked his jet ski. He's like, no, I'm going to go burn the TVA down.
Yep. Go on and free Hunter B-15.
And please do.
Let her set it off.
Make sure we remember that clutch move that he tried to pull when he was like, hey, y'all want a chance to get out of here? Classic Loki, kid Loki.
Yeah, he gave him the offer.
Y'all want to roll? Yeah, so that's cool of him. We got some different theories that we're going to put into another video for now. So I guess this is the end of this one, of this episode recap and review. So here at Culture Core Academy, thank you guys for making it this far in this video, Loki episode 5. I'm Ping, this is Caleb, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace, y'all. Get ready for episode 6.
Yes, sir.